Hi, I'm Claire.
And I'm Heather.
And we're Masterpiece Astrology. We're here today to tell you about the new moon that's going to happen on August 21st. That's Monday, and it's a solar eclipse. It's a powerful new moon. We're here to tell you how it's going to impact you.
Yeah, so basically, a new moon is when the sun and the moon share the same space. And right now that space is in Leo. And Leo is symbolized by the Leo, or the lion, sorry. And that is all about energy and willfulness,
The heart, love of self,
warmth, and
theater,
drama, and
passion,
children, passion,
right.
playfulness, and all things Leo, energy, fire.
It's fixed fire. Leo teaches us all how to love ourselves.
Yes.
And sometimes the Leos in our life, sometimes they love themselves a little bit too much, but we still love them.
Can they really love
themselves
too much?
No, probably. Leo would say no, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
And the new moon is the moon and the sun together, as Heather said, and the moon is the lunar principle. It's feminine, the sun is the masculine, so both come together.
Yep.
It's a new beginning.
It is. It's all new beginning, and it's amplified by the fact that it is a solar eclipse.
Exactly, and a solar eclipse is very powerful. A solar eclipse makes us aware of two things during a lunation. It makes us aware of the collective, very powerfully. It also makes us aware of the shadow side of the chart energy of the exact time of the eclipse. And we're going to tell you how that's going to impact your relationships and your employment and just your sense of your own self in the world right now.
Yeah, so...
And before we move on to that, I just want to mention that the solar eclipse is totally dark for 2 minutes. Much of the United States is going to experience complete darkness for 2 minutes during this eclipse. That's kind of a symbolic way to understand how we're more aware of the shadow. This is an opportunity to let go of things.
Yes.
Let go.
It's letting go.
So the new beginnings can start, and there are going to be a few delays in those new beginnings. So.
Right. And then it's because of Mercury retrograde, which we'll talk about later.
In just a moment. But
yes.
Let's move on to the first subject, and that's peeps, the people in your life, your relationships with friends and family.
And you also being a people.
Yeah. So Leo, the new moon in Leo is new beginnings, a new feeling of self-worth.
Self-worth, self-love, anything that you can do to help other people as well, and kind of radiate your light into the world.
Yeah, don't be afraid to shine your light in the world at this time. And sometimes we have to let go of things to start that path to the new light that we want to express. Don't be afraid to shine your light.
Yes, I agree.
So I would expect, but there is a dark underbelly to this lunation.
Yeah, and it's kind of complicated to explain, but
we're not going to get into it.
Into kind of a nutshell, we can just basically say
how does it
that
affect
it's
people?
Kind of being a little bit of that kind of heavy feeling. As we know, there are things going on in the world right now that are kind of on everybody's mind, and that's kind of the undertow. But basically, the energy is calling for us to really reflect on our own selves and what we want to bring to the world and to our own lives.
Right.
Absolutely. And do the relationships in our lives kind of reflect how we need to be treating ourselves?
Absolutely.
And are we treating people the way we would want to be treated?
Okay.
So that's kind of in the work situation or in a relationship type situation. I know people who are breaking up, moving, and kind of having those kind of situations. So for them, you can really say to them, okay, well, you are having a new beginning.
Right.
For other people, that new beginning may be more subtle, just in maybe starting new projects or cleaning up your house and letting go of old things that you don't need.
Yes.
Or,
that's how I look at that.
That's how I would look at it.
Yeah, I think the issue with the dark underbelly we mentioned, it's this. There's a cardinal square underneath this lunation. We won't get into all the details, but it's about power, and it's about ruthless power confronting social justice. Those are two factors going on right now. I think we see them in the collective, and that sense of not being able to do something, wanting to do something, but not really being able to, is kind of it's kind of a dark thread under the bright light of the lunation, and you can expect that to affect your relationships to a certain extent. That awareness, and possibly just your sense of what's right in the world for yourself.
I'm feeling like that polarity of all the, this feeling that strong polarity, and realizing that there's like a polarity of maybe what your self and other, but also right now there's some obvious polarities going on in the world, and it's kind of wanting to remain kind of neutral and not getting involved in too much of the drama of the world, but realizing that things start with you, and what kind of energy are you putting out there, and what kind of energy do you want to be radiated into the world.
Yeah, do you want to radiate ambitious, ruthless tyranny and arrogance, or do you want to radiate some energy that's really about sharing your warmth and light with others in a generous, warm-hearted way?
Right.
So another area of life we want to talk about is amour, love. And Leo loves love. Oh my gosh.
If you don't have a significant other, you can still love. You can love yourself.
You can have a lot of love for whatever you love.
I have cats. I just love my cats.
Love on something this new moon.
Love on something.
Share your love.
Take a warm bubble bath.
Bubble baths are
drink
good.
some wine.
If you're alone,
watch
cook
the
yourself.
Gilmore Girls.
How about a nice meal? You can cook yourself a meal.
That's
kind of often like a Cancer thing, but you make it Leo with wine and candles. Come on. Share that love. It'll improve your love vibe. And if you're single right now, you can really maximize your love vibe right now by practice sharing your warmth.
And trying to think about the kind of traits you would like to have in a mate. For those of you who are attached, this would be a good time to share some fun. Have fun.
There's a lot of, I think we were talking about the spontaneity in this lunation. When you look at the new moon energy, it looks on the surface to be promising of all kinds of spontaneous fun action, and yet because of some of this, there's a couple things going on that are delaying the manifestation of this new energy in your love life, in your relationships, and I think I want to talk about that with you right now. What are the two planets that, there's several planets backwards, but the two that are major are Saturn and Mercury. How are those making us have some delays?
That could be, it can be delays, or it can be like miscommunications.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of that right now.
So basically, just kind of accept that, but there are still things that you can do right now that you don't have to worry about that, but
exactly. You can take a lot of steps right now to share.
And if somebody does if you have a miscommunication with them, don't get all like dramatic, which is very Leo.
Oh yeah, there's
and get all upset. Just say okay.
But don't you think that's a potential with this lunation to
it is
really blow things out of proportion?
You could.
There's a lot of fire. Mars is on top of this new moon.
That is true.
And Uranus. There is some masculine fire.
That is a potential, but it's also a potential.
You're more fiery than me,
you can kind of just. You can just kind of negate that by just going back to the love vibe.
Well, go back to the love vibe, and also, transcending, rising above that duality of me and them, or it's only my needs versus their other needs. Instead of getting involved in that, just thinking about where you share a place of warmth and, I don't know, just
go see a movie, drink some wine, hang out with your cat, your husband, your friends, whatever you need to do. It's usually a pretty sociable time.
It usually is.
But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be social.
No, but again, it's about warmth.
It's about warmth.
So we've mentioned our people that we're close to. We've mentioned love.
Right.
I think we also want to talk about matters of kind of the community and collective, and just like forces outside of ourselves.
And without trying to get too negative or into that kind of energy, we all know what's going on in the world right now. And like we said earlier, it's important to figure out where you want to put your energy, and also just being
very well said.
I don't know how else to say this, because it is like you want to fight for justice, but even in the
Jupiter
word
and Libra.
fight, you don't. I personally don't like the word fight, but I
don't like it either. But Mars is a fighting planet.
It is, and so is Leo.
Yeah, if Leo gets to be pugilistic, all due respect, Leo.
Right. So just kind of think about where you stand, but without adding to the negativity and the polarity that's going on right now. I think it's easy to just kind of get really involved in events, without forgetting where you really stand within yourself and what you really want to bring to the table, which is where I say, you just kind of want to think about what you're radiating out into the world.
I think that's a really good word, radiating. It's that sense of light. And I think, now more than ever, we really need to focus on that, on this lunation.
And love and self-love and love of our fellow
love
man.
Love of life, love of humanity, love of people. Right now, I do want to just mention quickly that there is a sense of kind of some stalled beginnings because of Mercury retrograde. I think by mid-September, probably the 18th or 19th, we're going to start to see, and you will too, some clarity about everything that's going on right now, both collectively and personally. Expect to see some clear understanding about this energy in your relationships then.
Yeah, it's true, and it's kind of like mashed potatoes.
It is a little bit. Things are a bit of a mush.
And also, really know what's going on right now, but we just know it's a mess, and sometimes things have to kind of be a mess before they get better.
We have to shine our light. That's the way out of this.
As individuals.
Yeah,
yes.
And share it. Not use it to bully and tyrannize. So.
Right.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yes, and if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button below and give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, please do. And we're going to be back soon with another forecast for you. Good luck with this eclipse.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.